Okay, back again. So I realized that I was in another dark night of a soul here experience, that I was not going to be able to get better and get more adjusted to anything. I was going to have to go through it. And it's something that everyone goes through. Everyone goes through it when they die, when they physically die. And I was seeing that whether or not I'm physically dying or not, who knows? I don't think so, but I don't know. I don't know. Uh, but I saw that, I know it's possible to die to the self here. I mean, to truly die to the self and be who I am. I am, not Dale, someone playing Dale or someone playing a spiritual guide or a minister or a father or a member of society. I mean, that's what I play, and that's what the role in this amusement park area is about, but that is not who I am. And it was like Spirit saying, time to wake up. And what I realized too is when it's time for me to wake up, it's time for everyone to wake up because I'm part of the whole. And that's what I started seeing. Because one thing I do know from all these experiences is that I can come through these dark nights of the soul and I can go through these places that I have not wanted others to go through. And some of you may have gone through them yourselves and you know what I'm talking about. But if you've gone through these places and learned this, you would not, you're grateful for what you received, but also you realize how hard it is. And it seems like it's just as hard, whatever the area is. And I know this to be true from my experiences, doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be hard. What actually makes it not so hard, and it makes it beautiful and, is a communally shared experience of it, that we do it together. We do it together. And that's really what I see is happening here. That individual enlightenment and an individual embrace of who one is in this world is not enough anymore. It's moving into a communal understanding of that. And all the people that I know who are going through this, they're struggling as well. And they call me and we talk and we feel better. But that's because we're talking and we're feeling, we're two or more are gathered. We're a group, whether it's on a telephone or whether it's, face to face. And I also remember some things from when I started reading Krishnamurti and his conversations with David Bohm in the book, The Ending of Time. And he said something like this. I'm going to paraphrase it. He said that the world would change. And this, I'm going to just paraphrase my understanding of it, that we would become one. We would have this, like, whatever you want to call it, this rapture or whatever you want to call it, where we come together as one, the 100th monkey coming together over awareness of who we are. I am, the one I am that we see through when we're observing, that we would be conscious and immersed, and that would be it, not distracted from it. And he said that could happen if 10 people, this is in 1983, he said if 10 people in the world really knew how to listen to another person. And David Bohm, of course, the great physicist, said, what do you mean? I mean, why hasn't that happened then? And Krishnamurti said, there aren't 10 people. And he did not say whether he was one of them. But I understand what he was saying, because to listen to another person is transformative. I've had experiences of that in groups that had certain ways that brought a group together. One was in community building with Scott Peck, and this interesting way how a group that couldn't run away came together, and what happened when they did collectively come together, and the healing that took place in everyone through that process. It was a unique way to do it. But what I saw when I heard from Krishnamurti was that we're one, and it's time for us to be one. And the way to be one is not like a cosmic understanding of our oneness. It's really Jesus said, know the truth and the truth will make you free. Well, I think he was talking about the truth that we hide from. I don't think he was talking about the big truths that we don't see. I think he was talking about the truths that we know that we hide from. And that is what we hide inside to camouflage and to hide from our light. What we believe inside, what we've stored inside, lies that we've told ourselves about our experience, flawed from our belief that we were the perception, that we were the avatars of perception of this world. That's who we are, and trying to yet knowing and feeling who we are inside, that perfectness, that present moment perfectness, thinking that somehow that was a part of us, not who we are wholly, and that somehow we could bring all of us back online by basically dealing from the illusion that we're still parts of all of them. That's not going to fly. What flies is us coming together. And the way we come together, I know this now, is by listening, is by being a listener, being able to hear someone to the point of a very powerful form of listening. Again, I'm going to try and keep these videos about 6 minutes, so I'm going to end this one and I'll start the next one.